All right, welcome to Brasov, Romania, everybody. We are about 2 hours north of Bucharest in a smaller town up in the mountains. We should have a very interesting video coming soon from the old town of Brasov, which looks super picturesque and super interesting. And the reason we're not filming that video today is because unfortunately we are not with Ivana. Ivana has a cold, so it's been a stressful week. We came to Brasov because our lovely friends, the Dodo Explorers, invited us here. So first things first, big thank you to Gigi and Mike. And immediately upon arrival in Brasov, I got sick. And as you guys know, it's COVID times, so when you get a cold, it's like super tense and nerve-wracking. So we decided to put me on a self-imposed quarantine in the Dodo Explorer's spare bedroom. We were confident I did not have COVID because I was sneezing, which is not a sign of COVID, as well as I didn't lose my taste and I didn't lose my smell, and my symptoms were mild. I was fine. I was just sort of having a cold. I think because in Brasov we're up in the mountains and overnight the temperature goes quite low and I wasn't dressed properly on the first night, and so maybe I just got a cold. Anyway, 3 days I was sick. We were sort of tense about, oh my gosh, what if I have COVID? And then finally, today I'm feeling better and Ivana is feeling worse. So I've, got better and unfortunately given my sickness to Ivana. So we're a little slow on the vlogs right now. We are going for what Gigi and Mike are saying might be the best MICI in Romania. So I'm pretty excited for this. This is my healthy celebration, although we'll have to bring back Ivana some MICI because she's on another self-imposed quarantine. So it's a bit of a rough start in Brasov, but this is the way things go if you're traveling. Anyway, next stop, maybe the best MICI in Romania. And I will say, you guys know I love MICI so much, so I won't be sold too easily. I won't be convinced too easily. We'll see how good it is. Okay, let's go. All right, first things first, the restaurant name is Rapid, which is a good start. Best football team, Rapid Bucharest. Best MICI might be at Rapid Restaurant. I even saw some Romani ladies selling t-shirts out of an IKEA bag. I was like, are you guys selling Rapid Bucharest jerseys? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay. That would have been certainly the best MICI. Now, I will say it's like Tuesday at noon or 1 o'clock, and there's like a huge lineup. So there are other food they're selling inside, but everyone is eating MICI. No one is eating cheeseburgers or like souvlaki or anything. So in terms of the two people working behind the counter, you're never going to meet two harder working people. They're in some kind of meditative flow state where they're just constantly cooking MICI, and the grill has got like 200 MICI on it. And considering this restaurant's been here for 50 years, it's not impossible that grill has seen like 100,000 pieces of MICI, or more even. A couple thousand a day times 50 years. It could be 1 million pieces of MICI on that grill. It's not impossible. Anyway, without further ado, a huge amount of food here with really fresh bread, I think. Oh, this is gonna be nice, guys. Bread, MICI, mustard, and beer. The thing about MICI is it's just the good stuff. It's just meat, mustard, and bread. It's just the good stuff. So I'm ready for this. Let's go. We got, I guess we got like 25 MICI or something. It's kind of ridiculous how much MICI we got. I say they look bigger than usual ones, no?
A little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger. Let's go.
It depends on how your perspective of big MICI are.
Right. Let's go. First bite of potentially the best MICI ever.
Any good?
Whoa, it's different. The seasoning is much better than usual.
Told you it's different.
This is much less like fast food and much more like homemade food. Mm-hmm. Let's be clear. Every piece of MICI I had was very good. Okay. I'm not slandering any MICI I've ever had. But this is a different thing. I mean, the mustard is better. And the mustard is creamier and flavorful.
And the thing is that they have the same taste here since the beginning. So this never changed. That's why it's my favorite place to come and eat.
50-year-old recipe.
Yep.
This is why we travel with locals. Because this place doesn't look spectacular. The only thing I notice about it is that it's full.
Yeah.
And there's a lineup.
That's why.
Other than the lineup, it's just a regular sort of mom and pop place. But the MICI is unbelievable. Now, to be clear, I still don't know what meat is in MICI. It seems like any meat is allowed in MICI. Beef.
Maybe a little bit of beef. Pork, sheep for sure. And Yeah, we mix it up with some hidden ingredients and some garlic, and you get this stuff.
You can tell the garlic too.
Yes.
So good. And honestly, bread and mustard, also good.
Yes, bread and mustard
Seriously.
go together.
Yeah, absolutely 5 stars meat. Let's be clear, 6 stars meat. Really good.
Hey.
You nailed it, buddy.
I'm glad you heard that.
The locals always know best. All right, let's finish up. I will say this, these are the best meat because they are, let me say, more juicy and less greasy. True, right? It doesn't taste so greasy and slobbery, but it's more the quality of the meat.
Exactly.
To be clear,
the mustard goes well with the whole thing.
To be clear, I like the greasy meat too, but this one is my favorite one. I will say I've had 3 meat and I'm full, which is a bit pathetic. I feel like 5 is a serving. I wonder the most meat you guys have had. If you're Romanian, let me know the most meat you've had in one sitting. I bet you there's someone who's had 25 meat or something.
Well, I had a tray full of meat because I was hungry at one point, so yeah.
A whole tray full?
Yeah, a whole tray full. Why not?
That's amazing. With 3 beers, no?
Yeah, of course. You have to wash them down. Because otherwise there's too much fat and there's too much stuff.
That's awesome, dude. That's too much for me. I've had 3. I'm going to work on 2 more. But
Okay.
I will say the best meat I've ever had. Also, Mike told me that if you're cooking your own meat, the way to know it's finished is if you smack it with a fork and it jumps off the grill.
Yep.
This is the trick. You go pop, pop, ready. There you
Yep.
have it, guys. This is #1 for me, #1 Romanian food, meat. I think we eat this every day, Ivana and I. And Ivana usually goes, all right, fine, we'll have meat.
Yeah,
I go, come on, there's some more meat.
I totally agree with this. If there's one food I would recommend to other people to try,
Meat.
it's this.
So
And
good.
if they don't like it, then they have no soul.
They have no soul, even
Yeah.
better. Although usually I like it with pickles too. This one here, no pickles, but still very good.
Every place is different, Steve. They have to diversify it.
Of course, they have to customize.
Yes, exactly.
There you have it, guys. All right, next stop, we deliver Ivana her food, and then we get out of here. All right, final review of Rapid Meat. I have to say, the 2 people working behind the counter, who I assume are married, although I could be wrong, 2 super friendly people. I asked them when I walked in, is it okay if I make video, put it on YouTube, and maybe get some more customers, which is hilarious, because as if they need more customers. And she was so funny, and they're like, you can take some video if you like, just make sure you don't steal my job, steal my recipe. They were so funny, but they were trying to invite us into the kitchen, and unfortunately we couldn't work it out because it's too popular and too busy, and there's just no time for me to go in the kitchen. But they did invite us, and they are super friendly, and best meat I ever had. I will say we also got Ivana some ciorba de burta, which is the tripe soup, because we figured the meat is the best ever, but also some nice warm soup would warm her up. And in terms of the price, it was 4 lei per meat, and then a couple extra lei for the bread, and I think 5 lei for the beer. So total, we spent 88 lei on the meal for the 3 of us. I should say the meal for the 4 of us, including Ivana. So totally worth it. Best meat I ever had. Would recommend. Viva la Romania. And if you're wondering if the mustard at your local meat shop is thick or not, you can do a simple test and you can see if the mustard holds up a toothpick. Because the mustard at Rapid will hold up a toothpick. There you have it, guys. What an incredible analysis. Thanks for watching. Bye!